Okay, I will now demonstrate how to make our country biscuits. Biscuits is another one of our quick breads. So in this case, we use the biscuit method. Biscuit method calls for a cold fat to be cut into our flour. So I'm going to start by sifting together my dry ingredients. So I have my flour, a little bit of sugar, salt, and baking powder. Okay, these get sifted together. And then I'm going to cut my butter into this flour mixture. Now I cut this butter so it's in smaller pieces to begin with. That'll help. I also wear gloves when I do the biscuit method because my hands are really hot, so this will keep the butter from melting as quickly or as rapidly when I'm cutting it in. To our flour. Go ahead and add all of your butter. Cut this into small pieces, pea-sized pieces. And I just use my fingers to break it up in there and coat each one of those pieces of butter with flour. Okay, so it's important to remember all of your different mixing methods. You will use a biscuit method as I'm doing here for things like country style biscuits. You also use them for your scones. So there's several things that call for the biscuit method. Remember that you're going to cut your fat into your flour, and your fat should be chilled first. Could be butter, could be lard, could be shortening. All those are good fats to use. Okay, now I've got these down to about pea-sized pieces. I'm going to go ahead and mix in my milk now. And I'm just going to stir this in until it starts to form a dough. I want the dough to be streaked with some of those fat particles in there to make it very soft and will pull apart really well. So now that I've got the dough just starting to come together, I'm going to go ahead and put this out onto a floured surface. And we're going to knead it about 5 or 6 times just until it comes together. Again, we don't want to overwork our dough. The more we knead our dough, the more that gluten develops and the tougher that bread becomes. So with our quick breads, we want them to be nice and tender. Push it out, pull it back onto itself, give it a little turn between each one of these. We need it about one more time here. And I'm going to re-flour my surface, and I'm going to roll this out. I'm going to roll it out to about a 1/2 inch thick. Just kind of gently push it down. Remember, when you roll things out, kind of push and pull from the center. So taking that center part, pulling it back towards me, or pushing it in the other direction. A little bit more this side. Okay, don't want to go too thin. It's supposed to be a half inch thick here. And then I've got my muffin cutter. You see it's got a hole here, so that allows that air to escape as we come in and cut our muffins out. And so now you'll put this in the oven and bake them, and we will show you what the final product looks like when it comes out of the oven.